Good day, everyone, and welcome to the very first Michigan Family Wellness Radio Blast. My name is Dr. Kyle, and if you're a regular listener of the Michigan Family Wellness Podcast, first of all, I want to thank you. The response has been tremendous. You guys have helped this community be elevated to number one in its category on the iTunes New and Noteworthy charts. But I also want to let you guys know, yes, you typically know that a new episode will drop on iTunes and Stitcher every Monday of the week, and so that's a staple that's going to continue. What I want to avail everyone and what I would like to do going forward are these wellness radio blasts at the end of the week, something to give you some motivation, some inspiration going into that weekend. And so that's the whole purpose of these really short episodes, just again to equip you with more practical applications for how to elevate your health and your family wellness.
Here at Michigan Family Wellness, we believe chiropractic care and nutritional-based therapies are a foundational part of a healthy family lifestyle. No matter where you're at in the mitten, having a family is such an exciting time of life. So instead of feeling overwhelmed by stress, fatigue, and responsibilities with the kids, we invite you to become part of this empowering community to create happy, healthy families. By providing engaging interviews and practical applications, Dr. Wollner cultivates family health by equipping our listeners with the tools they need to elevate wellness in their own family. Dr. Wollner passionately serves the Michigan community at his chiropractic and nutrition-based practice, where he specializes in pregnancy, pediatrics, and family wellness care. And now, here's your host, Dr. Kyle Wollner.
All right, everyone. So the stress in our lives isn't necessarily going away. There are things we can do to mitigate that stress. However, it's really all about the ability to adapt to the stress. So you're taking care of your family, you've got a stressful job, you've got everything going on with the kids. One of the things I love doing is actually using therapeutic grade herbs that really help the body adapt to that stress. One of my favorites is actually called Rhodiola, and I wanted to tell you all about this special plant today. Recent trends in herbal therapies have demonstrated an escalation in the interest, research, and use of adaptogenic botanicals that increased resilience and stamina to chronic stress. This should not come as a surprise, since modern lifestyles often operate on time constraints that leave individuals feeling short on sleep, healthy meals, time alone, time with family, and of course, energy. Success is often measured by productivity, and productivity is matched with speed. As society continues to move toward a George Jetson prototype rather than aspiring to move back to the Little House on the Prairie, it will increasingly rely on tools that will provide support for the demands and stresses of a fast-paced life. Rhodiola rosea is becoming one of the most popular adaptogenic botanicals in North America. It has long been recognized and revered in Russia, Europe, and Asia as an herb that increased mental, physical, and emotional resiliency. Originally founded by a Greek physician and duly named because of its fragrant rose-scented roots, Rhodiola's adaptogenic qualities were noted as early as 1755 in the Swedish Pharmacopoeia. Rhodiola contains numerous antioxidants and flavonoids, but its prized constituents include rosavins and salidrosides, which are now used as the mark of standardization. One of the most common uses of Rhodiola is for improving mental and physical fatigue. This is what I love to use it for. I'm always exercising, using my body as a chiropractor, adjusting patients, and using my brain. I take 2 of the MediHerb Rhodiola and ginseng tablets with my lunch in the afternoon, and I just feel so much better throughout that day and throughout that work week. Numerous studies have been conducted to this end. A recent systemic review of 11 of the most qualifying clinical studies on the adaptogenic effects of a mono preparation of Rhodiola concluded that, quote, it may have beneficial effects on physical performance, mental performance, and certain mental health conditions. The safety of Rhodiola has been consistently above reproach, with only a few minor adverse effects, such as headaches, ever reported in clinical studies. As with other adaptogens, now again, an adaptogen will bring you up if you're feeling tired and fatigued, but it will also bring you down if you're too wired and too jarred up. So, as with other adaptogens, rhodiola acts upon the central nervous system to enhance the actions of norepinephrine, dopamine, and serotonin by preventing the degradation of those monoamines. Additionally, this effect is augmented by increasing the permeability of the blood-brain barrier to neurotransmitter precursors. Various regions of the cerebral cortex selectively receive these neurotransmitters and respond by stimulating cognitive functions such as thinking, analyzing, evaluating, calculating, planning, attention, memory, and learning functions. This gentle cognitive stimulation delivered by rhodiola can play an important role in appropriately managing chronic mental and physical stress. Rhodiola also acts upon the limbic system in a parallel manner. The hippocampus, amygdala, and hypothalamus also respond to the healthy supply of norepinephrine, serotonin, and dopamine, and consequently contribute to positive outcomes in emotion, memory, mood, pleasure, energy, and drive. The hypothalamus also interacts with the adrenal glands via the hypothalamic pituitary adrenocortical axis, or the HPA axis. As rhodiola builds healthy levels of neurotransmitters and the hypothalamus responds, the adrenal glands are able to better manage cortisol levels in response to stress. Mismanaged cortisol levels contribute heavily to fatigue, exhaustion, and a compromised immunity. Therefore, rhodiola's indirect influence on cortisol management can have a far-reaching positive impact on stamina, health, and resiliency. This relationship is further confirmed by recent studies that show how rhodiola positively modulates the immune response to stress through its actions upon the hypothalamic pituitary adrenocortical axis, or the HPA axis. As a bonus, rhodiola possesses numerous botanical antioxidants that act as neuroprotectants. Chronic stress has been well recognized as a causative factor in oxidative damage by promoting the generation of free radicals. Therefore, rhodiola not only supports the function of the central nervous system during stress, but also protects it from the damaging effects of long-term stress. In keeping with the three criteria that identify all adaptogens, rhodiola has been shown to exert a safe, non-specific, normalizing action upon critical neurotransmitters and hormones, strengthening and protecting various body systems targeted by physical and mental stress. These three roles have allowed rhodiola to become a gold nugget among botanicals, assisting a large population of individuals in their efforts to continually cope with the various stressors of modern life. So again, I wanted to bring you this amazing information and research on rhodiola. It's one of my favorite adaptogenic herbs, and honestly, guys, we all have stress. We all have families that we want to spend more time with, jobs that we want to contribute more to. So I urge you, check with your chiropractor, and if you're a patient here at the office, ask me about what it would look like to be tested for rhodiola, and would this be a helpful herb for you. Again, you always want to use the highest quality herbs. Quality rules the day. MediHerb has the best plant material in the world, so if you're looking for good quality rhodiola, you need to be taking the MediHerb Rhodiola. All right, and thank you everyone for listening to the very first Wellness Radio broadcast. Again, the purpose of these quick, short episodes is just to bring you the latest, the most recent information on how to elevate your family wellness, again, through the highest quality chiropractic care and nutritional-based remedies. I want to avail everyone to MichiganFamilyWellness.com, where you can find all of the show notes for all of our episodes here on the podcast. And just to thank you guys again, this podcast has been number one on iTunes, new and noteworthy in its category. The response from this community has just been tremendous. And I want to just let everyone know, at MichiganFamilyWellness.com, you can find all of the details for our upcoming events and our empowering events over at Canton Summit on the Park. And furthermore, if you guys have any suggestions for possibly someone to be interviewed here on the podcast at Michigan Family Wellness, please don't hesitate. Send me a Facebook message. Send me an email at drkylewallner@gmail.com. Let's start that conversation. Let's start that dialogue. and work towards creating the most empowering, the most elevating community possible here in Southeast Michigan. Again, this is Dr. Kyle. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Now that you've been equipped with the latest in family wellness solutions, we want to encourage you to apply these strategies right away. But the thing is, there's still so much to learn. Connect with Dr. Wallner's Chiropractic and Nutrition Office by going to MichiganFamilyWellness.com and click the newsletter sign-up button to join the informative and supportive community of chiropractic wellness. You will also receive as a gift from Dr. Wallner a copy of Michigan Family Wellness Solutions, an invaluable resource containing dynamic tools to elevate family health and vitality. Michigan Family Wellness wants to thank you for being part of today's podcast. Please subscribe to our podcast on iTunes and give us a 5-star rating and review.